get real lyrical, you know what I'm saying? But it ain't about the lyrics no more.
So you feel like then we forced to dumb it down now?
Yeah, I'm forced to I had to dumb my music down, you feel me? Because if I write, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? Too deep for them. We don't want, nobody don't want to hear that, you feel me?
It's more than just the music now.
Man, shit, modern day slaves, man, they crackers. They got us, they got us right now. They got us right now. Well, y'all gotta be talking about killing each other for us to give you some money. You gotta be fucking up your community to get you some money. You gotta supply the chain gang for this money. You gotta send everybody in your hood to prison for us to be fucking with you. You gotta send your youth to prison. And that's all they doing. That's all they doing. Sending us to prison, sending these young niggas to prison. Come on, man, I know they got a contract with them somewhere. Hold on. Don't sign him, he's talking with too much sense. He talking with too much sense. He telling them that they don't have to hurt each other. No, we can't fuck with him.
No.
Shoot him up, man, kill a nigga that you know, get him. You telling them what to do that's gonna keep this shit generated.
I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rokar Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles and the brothers out there, the hopeful elect, the brothers out there teaching and learning in truth and sincerity, right? And shalom to the sisters out there, staying in order. And the ribs out there, holding it down. Right, so you heard what the man said, bro. Like it's no surprise who's in the know to know, right? So this music that they're pumping in, bro, that you're listening to, that you putting in your ears, that you listening to in a car ride with your kids, and this music was purposely put together and put in the airwave to destroy households, to destroy families, to kill each other. See, this is the thing that they're pushing, man. I don't got a problem with rap. I'm personally old school type of rap where they taught lessons within the rap, and they had substance, right? And we seen the transition, right? So, I no longer like that kind of style of music. Selling drugs, fucking your neighbor's wife. All that's what they pushing, man. They pushing murder, sorcery, adultery, right? This is why I don't really fuck with rap like that. I listen to more like rhythm music, like Spanish music. Even I don't listen to much music at all, but when I do, I listen to something different. But you see what the plan is, man. And you see it coming, bro. Like, what they're trying to do. Right? They're trying to silence and trying to keep us in, darkness. Right? I'm going to go to the book of First Ezra. Chapter 1, verse 5. Salakia 51. Salakia. But they had his messengers in derision, right? Because at the end of the day, even this rap, when you're teaching truth, you got KRS-One teaching the Bible. He was teaching about how Jakes are the chosen lineage. You had some Wu-Tang members. They had the song called Bible. And there's gems in a lot of these music. Look at Tupac, he's dead, right? A lot of the messengers they killed, right? Because they don't want people to come together and start picking up knowledge, right? It says, but they had his messengers in derision, right? And look, when Yahweh spake unto them, they made a sport of his prophets, right? So the people that are telling the truth, the Edomites are trying to work you out and use you to their own benefit, right? And what is their benefit? To have you at the bottom, to have you sinning, to have you killing each other, right? This is what they want, and it's working. It's working for a lot of you simple jakes that know the truth and still listen to this type of music. You're promoting it. You're endorsing it. Every time you watch a YouTube video, you're hitting a like, or you're watching a video of these type of music, you're actually putting money into these things and generating the likes to make it. You're pushing it. You're part of it, part of the machine. You know what I'm saying? So watch out what you listen to. Watch what you listen to in front of your kids, man. So there was this dude, Jay Hoover, right? He had a quote. Here it was. It says, "There will never be another black Messiah unless we create him." Right? So anything that you see on the TV, anything that you see in the music or entertainment, these idols on the TV, on the radio, these influences are put in place, right, by this damn devil, man. So watch who you promote, watch what you teach your kids, man. At the end of the day, watch what you put in your head. Right, this is the FBI COINTELPRO. Slovakia. The FBI sets goals for COINTELPRO. Under Director Jay Hoover, the FBI COINTEL counterintelligence program was aimed at investigating and disrupting dissident political groups with the United States in the 1960s, right? Because rap was invented in the 80s, right? And it started to get more popular in the 90s, and that's where a lot of the woke rappers started coming out and putting gems in the music. So they already had COINTELPRO in there. So, they've been trying to figure it out. Rap came out in the 80s, and guess what happened? Crack came out in 1985. Coincidence? Right? And then the rappers then started making money and introducing it to the music. But there were still some rappers out there who had some sense, right? It says here, COINTELPRO targets frequency including civil rights activists, both those who espouse nonviolence like Martin Luther King and those that Hoover referred to as black nationalist hate groups like Black Panthers. This document outlines the program's goals in attempt to limit the effectiveness of such groups in practice. The FBI used infiltration, legal harassment, disinformation, right? A lot of the disinformation they put out there, whatever they allow out there, is counterproductive to waking you up, man. And this includes the music, right? And sometimes extra legal intimidation and violence against King and the Panthers and other black activist groups in its attempt to discredit and disrupt them, right? And that's why I believe Tupac, was definitely killed and was paid to be killed. Did not Malcolm X get killed by his own people? Over what? Because he left their group, he left their organization to do his own thing. You think that was enough to say, let's kill this man? No, the FBI has something to do with that. Right? Because as evil as Jake is, man, to kill somebody over a belief or a group that you're leaving that has nothing, no non-violence towards each other, to have him killed like that, you got to wake up, man. It says, for maximum effectiveness of the COINTEL intelligence program and to prevent wasted efforts, long-range goals are being set. Right? Number one, prevent the coalition of militant black nationalist groups. In unity, there is strength, a truism that is no less valid for all its triteness. An effective coalition of black nationalist groups might be the first step towards a real Mau Mau, Black Revolutionary Army in America, the beginning of true black revolution. 2. To prevent the rise of a messiah, in quotations, who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement, right? So now we have Rex 84 in place, and the FEMA camps, right? Because they already know that eventually they're going to wake up. They're going to eventually come back, and they have already a system to deal with that. All the chips are falling in place at this moment. Right? Says, Malcolm X might have been such a messiah. He is the martyr of the movement today. Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad all aspire to this position. So like I got allergies. Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age. King could be a very real contender for this position should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrines, nonviolence, and embrace black nationalists. Carmichael has the necessary charisma to be a real threat in this way. Number 3, prevent violence on the part of black nationalist group. This is of primary importance and is, of course, a goal of our investigative activity. It should also be a goal of the COINTELPRO program to pinpoint potential troublemakers and neutralize them before they exercise their potential for violence, right? But that's a lie, because even Martin Luther King did not pose a threat or violence. He always said nonviolence. They were sticking dogs on these people. Children, teenagers, old people, they were sticking dogs on them, and they said no violence, and they still killed him. So we know this damn devil's a liar, right? This is their 4th agenda. Prevent military black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them to 3 separate segments of the community. The goal of discrediting black nationalists must be handled tactically in 3 ways. You must discredit those groups and individuals to, first, the responsible Negro community. Second, they must be discredited to the white community, both the responsible community and the liberals who have vestige of the sympathy of militant black nationalists simply because they are Negroes. So if you look at it in this truth sense, right, who are the people that's coming against the people who's actually in the truth, who believe in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? You're talking about the Christians, right? Even Israelite groups with the 50c3 that come at the truth, coming from the elders of GMS on down, right? Who I believe have the full truth, right? You gotta look at which camp is being hated the most and attack the most, and realize that this has to be the way, man. Because if everybody likes you, then you're doing something right for Satan, right? So now, if you look at how they target the Israelite community, you will see that they're sicking pastors, black pastors. We got Vocab. You already know he's paid off, to attack this movement, which they know the truth. They're paying people, funding them, right? Salakia, I got really bad allergies, man. All of a sudden it started acting up. We have groups like that to attack the truth, man. And you got to pay attention to these things, man. And music is a small part of it. Right? What you put in your mind, what you put in your body, man, are designed to destroy you and weaken you. Right? So they try to discredit you from your own belief, which is, the Bible. You got the Christians coming at you. You got Israelites coming at you. Right? Then you got the whites saying, it's no surprise. White people are going to disagree with everything you do anyway. Right? So that's not that hard to do. But they use our own people to come against us first. Right? This last area requires entirely different tactics from the first two. Publicly about violence tendencies and radical statements merely enhances enhances black nationalists to the last group. It adds respectability in a different way. 5. A final goal should be to prevent the goal range growth of militant black organizations, especially among youth, especially tactics to prevent these groups from converting young people must be developed, right? So what was the year this was? It said 1960 something, right? Let's see. Man, I lost it. I don't want to lose you guys. So this COINTELPRO was done in the 60s, right? Around the time where this truth came out, man. There was an explosion of consciousness, so to speak. Right? And it scared the shit out of Esau. Right? Let me get Ecclesiastes real quick. One second, I can bear with me. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 5. I'm gonna start at 5 and read to 6. Right? Says, the fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh. Right? Better is a handful with quietness than both hands full with travail and vexation of the spirit. Read that again. Better is a handful with quietness than both the hands full with travail and vexation, man. And that's what it is, man. This music, this life in general, man, it's a handful of vexation, right? And the cup is full, man. We'd rather have peace, man, but we will not. This is not the land of our rest. We have to endure and see the signs, man. We at the end. This is 1 Chronicles, chapter 16 and verse 22. Saying, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. Right? Because they're going to have to pay for that. Right? Trying to move, because we know the elect are not going to be moved, man. But the fact that they're attempting that, they're going to have to pay for that, man. And this is all vexation of the spirit. So what I'm trying to get at is, man, try to eliminate, things that are not beneficial to you in your life, in your walk in the spirit. You see, what is it? ISUPK, they're having these rap concerts. They're selling dogs. They have not put off their old man. They're still walking in like that street mentality. They're walking up on other camps, building on another man's foundation. Makes me think to believe that they could be one that was paid off to act that way, to have us in derision, in a sense. Because they're up there. They're the most popular, right? You gotta watch out for these things, man. Following the crowd, man, to a ditch. That's why I think Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua for getting me out of these other camps, man, and following under GMS, man. It has truly humbled me and make me to consider, how much more serious it is than just getting along, right? Or just partying together and living like niggas with Bibles, man. It's much more to that. And this is what Esau wants, man, from you. And that's why he's letting this music, filter through. There's nothing wrong with listening to jazz or, you know, that type of music, or nothing wrong with that. Relaxation music, whatever makes you, put you in a positive state, man. A lot of this music you're listening to is hurting you. Like if you look at nature and you look at plants, right? They did a study where they had two plants where one was spoken to it nicely and said nice things to it, loving things, and the next plant was told other harmful things. And what do you think happened, man? Your body's alive, man, and you got to put living things in it, man. Try to stay positive, Israel, man. That's all I got, man. Shalom.